Teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Got it! Use the mic. Let's go. Check three, check three, check three. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Yeah. Go. Run shit.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D.
Now it's Jackson. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check it out, read. 49, check 49.
Now Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Here we go. Set. 15 running. 15 running. Back. Let's go. Five ball. Kill. Watch out. Go. Watch out. Take off.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Results in a fourth down.
And Lambo will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check, crunch.
Here's Hilliard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Ravens 7, Jaguars 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3.
This is Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Jackson on first down. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a carry here for Hilliard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 19-yard line.
44. Come on, G. 44.
Throwing on second down. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
On second down now, Hilliard. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here we go.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On second down, Hilliard. call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
At the 16-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Switch. Check it back. Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run the counter. Hilliard. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and inches. Jackson buying time to his left. Got a man. It's Brown. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the run, this is Hilliard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 17-14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. He goes 86 yards on the kick return as his guys are able to regain the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They keep it with Fournette on first down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Fournette running right. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. From the gun, Jackson. And he completes it to Westbrook. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, he'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No one ever told my offense right here. The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something out there. There got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. Touchdown.
Here we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Jackson got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. from 21 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Hatchet. Kill. Check safety. Slam.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Going up top. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Check 31. Check it. Sponge.
Jackson now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll run again with Hilliard. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Quan Alexander, his 2nd sack of the night.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check.
Here's Jackson to throw again. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
To throw is Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To To throw again is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a third down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the other.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check back forward. Shut up.
Now Jackson going to throw again. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Jackson from the shotgun. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. from the gun, it's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Check, 47. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our try.
On 2nd down now, Hilliard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.